MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. Game 2 of the World Series between the New York Yankees and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, an important ball game coming up here in Game 2.
Well, in a 7-game series, winning Game 1 on the road is great, but it doesn't mean all that much if you can't back it up and win Game 2. A win here really puts them in a commanding position, but if they split these first 2 games, it basically becomes a best of a 5-game series starting all over again from scratch.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on MLB Network, and we'll have it all for you next. Home side about to take the field. This place is jumping. Here's public address announcer Alex Miniak.
And now, your 2019 Chicago Cubs.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
Stepping up now, Sean Random. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The third baseman, Sean Random.
First delivery to him on the way. This one is launched. Look at this. Looking up is Contreras into the bleachers and gone. So it's a solo home run here leading off the ball game. His second home run of the series as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
You talk about setting the tone for your team offensively. Everyone's allowed to relax now, pass the baton mentality, and if that's any indication where these next 9 innings are going, buckle up, fans.
Batting second, the first baseman.
In now, Luke Voigt. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, 1 run feels like 3 or 4.
Hendricks, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty D, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
Standing in now, number 19, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And he fouls this one off. Voigt gets his lead at first, nobody out. This is line to left, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Aaron Judge stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. Judge, who fittingly gets the nickname All Rise. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Aaron Judge becomes the first out of the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count. Popped up. Rizzo near the first base bag makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike one. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone that kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first two innings where he's going to be.
On the ground to the left side. And that is through into left field, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with two away.
Batting seventh, the center
he had him on the ropes
11.
right there. Count leverage, two strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice two-strike approach right there, made a nice two-strike adjustment.
Here's Brett Gardner now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Two out, bases loaded. Ball one as the changeup misses well off the inside. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. There's
a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field, and he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play, and that ends the inning. Yankees are off and running early thanks to the solo home run. Home half of the first coming up from Wrigley. Now 1-0 Yanks. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. He's such a great talent, the kind of talent that can dominate a game, a perennial all-star, and win some awards. He's one of the best in the game today, and he's always fun to watch.
Luis Severino is on the mound for game two. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And let's focus our attention on shortstop Didi Gregorius. Not only has this guy been knighted, yes, they call him Sir Didi back in his homeland, Curacao. He's one of the best ball players coming down the pike, starting with Andrew Jones, Xander Bogaerts, and it's Didi Gregorius this time. Hits from the left side of the plate with power and the ability to go in the hole with one of the strongest arms in the game.
88.
So stepping in, number 88. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And here's a fastball called for strike one. One ball and one strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. In for strike two.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. The 1-2. Is hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. It's a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first. His first homer so far in the series, and the Cubs are back to even now at 1 run apiece.
Baseball has really changed. Remember when leadoff guys were guys that would just draw walks and steal bases? But that's not the case anymore. Guys like this, they have pop in the bat, and they can go deep.
Stepping in now, Matt Random. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike two. 0-2. Here it comes. Fouled away. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike three called.
101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
Into the box, Lloyd Random. And a ball 1-0.
Ball one, no strike.
Bases are empty, one man out. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
2-0.
The 2-1. Fouled off. Another 2-2 offering. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw just does get him at first as he was really moving that time.
Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 11.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. No balls and one strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. But the Cubs draw even thanks to this solo home run. We'll head to the top of the second, all even at 1 apiece.
Leading off for the Yankees, the shortstop, Didi.
First delivery to him on the way. Grounded back up the middle. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 40, Luis Severino.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
That was a nasty pitch right there. Great arm action by the pitcher. That looked like a heater out of his hands and dropped off the table.
Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, facing an AL pitcher at the plate, you certainly don't want to waste too many bullets on him. I expect this next pitch to be grooved right down the middle.
That was swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Sean Random. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Hey, listen, when you have a good sinker, you have to throw it, but he's going to have to get the ball much lower in the zone than that last one.
Yeah, from the offensive side, Dan, 2-seamer, pitcher, sinker baller, what have you. You're looking for that thing to pop out above the belt, and that's exactly what happened right there. Miss middle.
Into the box now, Luke Voigt. Strike called. Now the throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
High in the air out to center field. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And it's fouled away. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Here's Chris Bryant now. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. 0-1 the count. Goodness. 0-2 now.
After that swing, you just got to reset yourself. You still have a strike to work with, and you can't be thinking about how silly you just looked on that last pitch.
To 1-2 now. The 1-2. Loud contact off the bat of Bryant and sent deep to left. Stanton's back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Batting 7th, the catcher, Wilson Contreras.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. First pitch of the at-bat. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. And he misses with it. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
2-2 to the Cubs catcher. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. We've played 2 full innings, and we are tied 1-1. Digging in to try it again, number 19, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. First pitch on its way. And he gets ahead 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Great changeup there in the dirt for the third strike. Up with it, Contreras. But he's not going to have a play, and they'll allow him to reach first after the strikeout. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pitch is a called strike. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike two.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
So he got him swinging. Aaron Judge goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. Ready now, Gary Sanchez. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, pretty impressive if you ask me. So many times you beat a sinker into the ground, you end up grounding out the third. You're running down to first base, and you're so upset at yourself. At least he got under the thing. He knows his bat plane is pretty decent.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. The tag at third, and they got him. A double play. And very quickly here, the side is retired. And now the Cubs pitcher, Kyle Hendricks. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Kyle Hendricks.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike two. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Well, you know, AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
Here's Javier Baez as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. One out, nobody on. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gardner is there. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter, number 88.
Digging in now, number 88. He'll look to duplicate his first at-bat when he homered to open the inning.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
2 out, nobody on.
Nope.
Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. And another foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare. A guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Matt Random, and at first after the 2-out walk. From the belt, kicks and deals. Comes at him with the slider there, and he gets the strike.
No doubt this is a steal situation right here. 2 outs and the leadoff hitter on first. This is the time you roll the dice and hope he gets in the scoring position where he can get a hit to bring him home.
Fouled away. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Cubs strand 1. We played 3 full. We're back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, and leading off the inning, the big right-handed slugger, Giancarlo Stanton. Here comes the first pitch. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Looking up is Contreras, and it's gone into the bleachers. A solo home run here off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. His 2nd home run of the series, and the Yankees take the lead. It's 2-1.
Hitting a home run in the World Series is special at any point. Hitting a home run in the World Series that gives your team the lead, that's something to tell the grandkids about.
Standing in now, Brett Gardner, as he takes a cold strike on the black. It's 0-1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he takes this one high, 1-1. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Contreras goes to get it. The throw to first is in time, 1 down.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Now the pitch. Liner toward right center. But this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the 2nd out.
The pitcher, Luis.
Now batting, Luis Severino, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pulled the fastball down a little too much there. That's ball 1. 2 balls and no strikes.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Late that time for a strike.
I got to count 2-2.
The 2-2. This is on the ground over to first. Rizzo is there. And a super play to gun his man down as the side is retired. Yankees do get one on the solo homer. Bottom of the fourth coming up. 2-1 New York. Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Cubs lineup with manager Joe Maddon. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Leading off the inning, Lloyd Random, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Lloyd Random.
First delivery to him on the way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
In now, number 11. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Lifted in the air to center field. Gardner is there, 2 gone.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Now at the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Good slider there, gets a swing and miss.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
2-2 the count. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Random is there, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still trail it here 2-1. So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, Sean Random. He'll start things out against Kyle Hendricks as we get the inning underway. First pitch on its way. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. Waiting on it, the left fielder. And he hauls it down in the corner.
Now batting, The first baseman.
Standing in, Luke Voigt. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Line to the right side. But taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. Ready for another shot now. Number 19. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard hit ball to second. He's right there. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Stepping into the box, Chris Bryant comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that's dead center for strike 1.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
From the stretch. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Bryant aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
I know he got a swinging miss right there, but that was a hittable location to a really good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
And he takes a called strike 2. And here's a slider, strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The batter, number 9.
Striding in, Javier Baez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. Big swing and a miss at the changeup, a ball and a strike.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
5th inning, 2-1 our score. Oh, almost caught looking to end the inning, but it's called ball. 2-2.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know, Bob.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. Our score remains 2-1. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Aaron Judge.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Good off-speed pitch. Had him out in front for strike 1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
You see a guy taking swings like this. I think as a pitcher right here, you got to expand the zone even more.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. as he hits one on a line to left field. And quickly 2 are gone now here in the visitors' half of the 6th.
Now batting.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Still 1-2. Try again, 1-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They still lead it 2-1. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, number 88. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
One and one the count now. The 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2 is at the knees and called strike 3.
Beautiful backdoor slider for the punch out right there, guys. When it's tight like this one was, it looks like a fastball off the plate, then darts back at the corner at the last second. Locked him up completely with that one.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. The 1-2. Count still at 1-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. The 0-1 on its way. Grounded foul off to the right.
Nope.
And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. Line to the right side, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. They're down 2-1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. It's on to the 7th now in Game 2, but before we start, there's a look at our game summary to this point. Digging in now for the Yankees, Brett Gardner. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
One gone here in the Yankee 7th. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop, Didi Gregorius now. Sharp ground ball to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Hey, he had just retired 10 straight until that base hit right there. That's into almost 4th inning of him not ever seeing the stretch. We'll see how he does with a runner on now.
So now the pitcher for the Yankees, Luis Severino, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Aaron Hicks will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and one gone in the inning. Called strike at the letters, 0-1. Gregorius, base runner at first with one out. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. More baseball. Dylan Betances gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Number 68.
At the plate, number 11. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Count now a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. It swung on and missed for strike number 2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Stepping in, Anthony Rizzo. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And he begins the at-bat with a knuckle curve looked at for strike 1. Bases are empty, one man out. One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled away. Now here's the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Judge is on his horse. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Chris Bryant. He steps in off.
That guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still trail it here 2-1. There's Joe Maddon up out of the dugout now on his way to home plate, so it looks as though he's going to call for the double switch here. Steve Cishek has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Now pitching and batting in the 6th spot, number 41, Steve Cishek. Now playing third.
Stepping into the box, Sean Random. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. He's set and the pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Bobby Cox always used to say, I'm going to put you in positions to be successful. Well, against a modern-day bullpen, easier said than done. These guys are throwing flames from all arm angles.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Next for the Yankees.
The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance.
Well, this is one of those as a pitcher where you don't get rewarded for pitching well. He threw the ball great in this one. Didn't get much run support. He's in line for the loss, and he deserves a much better fate. He threw the ball pretty well in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. High in the air out towards shallow right. Random is there, and that's the second out of the inning. Eighth inning now from Chicago. The Yankees leading this one on the road as you take a look at our tail of the tape thus far. So digging in now, number 19. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
Cishek's ready. Here's the 0-2. Got him on a good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. 1-2-3 go the Bombers as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Stepping up to the plate, Wilson Contreras. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. And there's ball 1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Daniel Descalzo is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt.
Descalzo behind 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. Misses, ball 2.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a two-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Descalso is retired, 2 down now.
You know, professional catchers make those plays look easy most of the time, but that was a big play that shouldn't go unnoticed. Had he found a way on, he would have represented a tying run, so that was a nice job there to make sure that strikeout didn't get wasted.
Into the box now, Javier Baez, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. No hits to this point. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Two balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count. Number 88 would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Swing and a liner. That gets down and the inning continues. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit. Well, fastball count there yielded fastball, Mark.
Yeah, you drive to the ballpark praying to get in 1-3-1 count a night and buy yourself that guaranteed fastball, and he didn't miss it.
Into the box, number 88. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. There's the knuckle curve laid off, 1-1.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch. Work the count even.
Ball taken there. 2-1 now. Now the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Random has a play. Oh, no. He totally missed it.
Now batting.
Now at the plate, Matt Random. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for them.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, but they wind up leaving 2. Game 2 heads to the 9th inning. It's the Yankees 2 and the Cubs 1. Brandon Kinsler enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Striding in to start the 9th, Aaron Judge, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
Aaron Judge.
First pitch on its way. Squared that one up just a little late. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Coming to the plate now, Gary Sanchez. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now here's the pitch. Fly ball out toward right field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out.
Now batting, Left fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Now at the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
And Stanton's aboard. It's a base hit.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
In now, Brett Gardner. Popped him up. Contreras is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. The Yanks leave 1. They lead it 2-1. So in now for Chicago, Lloyd Random. He's the one to start off the 9th inning with his guys in danger of going down 2-0 if they can't rally.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention
So with a save situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed. The very hard-throwing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. At the knees, strike 1. Chapman, nicknamed the Missile for obvious reasons. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which was quite an accomplishment. Popped him up. Sanchez waits on it. 1 out.
Now batting, number 11.
The next Cub up, number 11. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
And it's 1-2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
Hey, newsflash, guess where the next pitch is going after that ugly swing? I guarantee you he tries to get him to reach again.
Full count now. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Swing and a hot shot toward 3rd. And don't change the channel yet, as extra bases are going to put the tying run in scoring position. And he will pull into 2nd with a 2-out double.
Now batting, the pitcher.
And if the Cubs are thinking about turning to their bench here, there you get a look at what's available for them. And it appears as though we'll see a pinch hitter now, as the switch hitter Ben Zobrist has grabbed a bat and moved into the on-deck circle.
Zobrist.
And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from 2nd. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Zobrist, or Zorilla as he's sometimes called. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him. He brings it in, and the Yankees will take a 2-0 lead back home for Game 3 as this one is over.
Man, facing Chapman is not for the faint of heart as he unleashes fireball after fireball. Gets the final out here and another save. What a weapon Chapman is.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series, while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The New York Yankees get the win to jump out to a 2-0 series lead. Luis Severino is the winning pitcher of record. Kyle Hendricks pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Yankees, 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 35 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 41,649. As always, we thank you for your support.